Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And remember, a member? No matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. And it is a brand new day. I have been out walkies, and that's a good thing. I went for a long walk, and oh boy, had to stop more than a few times because it felt like someone had taken a machete to the back of my heel because of my bone spurs. Oh, the kind of white hot pain that brings a bit of sweat to your brow. So that was fun. But past that, I have had a day, and I am foolish. I am a foolish old man. I am gluten intolerant. And I bought a box of 6 donuts today, and I ate them for breakfast. I have been struggling out of my gluten coma. I have been watching videos while I've been trying not to fall asleep too hard here because of all the gluten in my diet. I'm the idiot though, so thumbs up on that. Still, past that, I have not done a lot here yet. I'm going to. I just gotten up, got ready for the day, went out walkies, came back, ate some donuts, watched some videos, fell asleep. Now it's 1 o'clock. So I've had a busy day doing absolutely nothing at all. Now, one of the things that I want to do for the channel, after I haven't checked out something else that I'm going to talk about as well. I have talked about PlayStation 1 games and how time has not been kind to the game Akuji the Heartless, one of the first games that came out for the PlayStation. Not first immediately, but this is from back in the day when they were first trying to figure out three-dimensional gameplay and all that. So, time has not been kind, but time has not been kind to anybody. Take a look in the mirror at yourself as you get older. I used to be 20 years old. Even 10 years ago, I had hair that came down to my, the base of my neck here because my hair was not as thin as it is now. So time is not kind to any of us, but I want to show this off as well as some others since I'm still playing Kingsfield. And irritatingly enough, I'd been playing the game Shining in the Darkness. And then the other day, my save game vanished. I have no idea where the save state was since I'm running it on emulator, the one game, Shining in the Darkness, but it just vanished. So I had to start over from scratch. Luckily, being a dungeon crawler, it goes pretty quick since you're just traveling square by square by square. Now, it is a blobber type in that you run as a crew. You start off with one character and you eventually have like 3 that you go into the dungeon with all at the same time. But you don't have them all running off individually, they work as a blob. For PC, of course, blobbers usually have 6 characters. But with this one on the Sega Genesis, you travel forward square by square, and it's dungeon crawling. There's mapping you have to do and monster fighting, and oh my god, does the music get repetitive. They have one song for each situation. One song that plays when you're exploring. One song that plays when you're in a combat. And you are in a combat a lot. It is the primary way to get experience to go up in levels so that you can go adventuring better. So you're going to go through that combat music sometimes twice, 3 times in a minute if you're not lucky. Because I have been in a square where it's gone there, random encounter, combat music, turn, random encounter, combat music, make a movement, immediately after that, random encounter, combat music. It's like, oh, it gets maddening. It's nice to have. It just gets old quite quickly. But still, Shining in the Darkness, good game. Now, again, because I'm having to play some of these on RetroArch, because even though I used to play some of these things when I was younger, I certainly don't have any of the hardware anymore. Shining Force tactical RPG. Oh my god. I keep forgetting to save state. First time I played it, first battle I fought, wiped out. Didn't save state it, so had to restart. Second time, made it through the first battle, wiped the floor. Second battle, a little bit worried, won. Made it to a town, accidentally left the town, which started the third battle, where I had not rested or recovered or bought any recovery items, so I got curb stomped. And I had not saved state. So I gotta start all over again. Good games. Tough. Apparently a whole bunch of characters you can get. Some people have said in the comments, just like the game that I have and want to play, like Suikoden, and I used to have others where you can have, the pool is like 108 different characters that you can choose from. Now those are maddening in that, hey, how you've got to go out and gather them first before you can use them. So if you don't gather them, you don't use them. Thumbs up. Still though, I enjoy tactical RPG games. There's the it's not Vagrant Story, it's the Vandal Hearts series, which I keep mentioning because it is a tough game. You've just got to be playing at your best at all times. Because again, you're 3 soldiers against like 7 or so bandits. And while the bandits ain't soldiers, you get hit with 3 or 4 arrows, that's it for your soldier. So it's a tough one. And there's different heights on the PlayStation version, so that also takes a thing. Quite tactical, which is why it's a tactical role-playing game. Thumbs up for that. Past that, I have not really had a chance to do much. My brain has not really been functioning. Stress has done a lot. I have had a lot of stressors going on, some that I understand, some that I don't. I mean, I had been cocooning here even before the whole election and such. So I have been cocooning, and I'm not quite sure of those stressors. I understand a fair number of the stressors that I have right now, but I'm doing a lot of cocooning. Yay! Which, the bad part is, of course, being not around people isn't good. Being alone. You need to be around people even if you're an introvert, which is one of the reasons I go out as much as I do and try to get out as much as I can. Because as much as I don't like being around people, it's also not good to not be around people. Plus, as much as I like this place, it is just 170 square feet, and that includes the bathroom and shower. So cut that back to maybe 150, 140 square feet. It's a tiny little place. It takes 4 or 5 steps to go side to side that way, and maybe 8 to go this direction. Tiny little place, which is fine and good. It's just, you can go cabin crazy pretty quick if you're not careful. And I've been talking about my air conditioning unit. I ordered some mosquito sheeting, netting, all that screen off Amazon. It was cheap. So cheap that it was like $8, and the amount of stuff that I pulled out, I could, like, it could be a wall spread out that would go across and down to the floor in this room here. So it's a lot of screen, which is fine. Now, trying to put it on the outside of the machine, it's got all 4 sides and the back, and it would have to be well taped, which means I'd have to really get out there and do a good job, and I've got a whole bunch of issues that are telling me that I can't do that. But I could tape it to the front, and if you take a look at the community tab, I have 2 posts. One, the first time when I had taped it onto the front, the second time when I cut it to separate the top from the bottom and put tape across here so that insect parts that got blown outward into the sheet didn't fall down to the intake part. They wouldn't get sucked into the intake. That has a screen too. But separating the flying insect parts would be good. In just this morning, using that thing, it had already blown like 4 or 5 insects into it. So I'm going to be having to change that much more often than I thought. Now, I know it's blown insects through that thing before during the summer and such. In that, I would occasionally find like a shining wing over on my bed over here, or a piece of a bug someplace. I wouldn't find lots of bugs, I would just find a piece here and there. And then November 5th, when I came back from going out to vote, and there were like 100 dead bugs sprayed out over across my table, onto the floor, onto the chair, and like over onto this table here. And since then, it has been a constant stream of bugs through there, which again, they're from outside, they're not in here. And the more irritating part, I keep that window, I have that one window and then another window. The far window next to the door on that wall, I have just wide open. There's not a single gnat on that screen outside. There's not a single bug on the window frames. So it's not something in here that's attracting them, because the tiny little space where the little bit of air gets out around the AC unit, that's where they're coming in. Which I went and looked up. Ants and roaches like electronics because they are tight and cramped and warm. And roaches especially like that. But ants, they tend to get confused and then will die in a place where it's electronics. And because of the pheromones of their death, that attracts more ants that get zapped, which releases more pheromones, which attracts more ants. So you're going to end up with a lot of dead ants. Now, I looked up AC units. A lot of people have been saying, why are there gnats in my AC unit? Apparently, gnats, the little kind of bug that keeps getting blown through that thing over here, or now into the screen that I've got, apparently they like the inside of AC units because they're cooler and damp. Condensation. So yeah, they tell you the best thing you can do with an AC unit is cover it with screens. I wish I'd known that before. All the bugs got flown everywhere. But I cleaned that up, you know, I did that daily. I have been doing it daily. That's why I had towels down on there to catch the bugs that were being flung out. So, thumbs up for that. But at least I got that taken care of. Now, on the whole AC solo RPG front, I've still got, here's a calendar that I want to play. For the channel, no less. Now, I've got a couple ideas using dice for characters, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 for characters, and then counting up hit points and stuff on paper, or as character things, character models. I talked about this before. These were cheap too. These are like between $5 and $10. I wish I had a functioning brain. Between $5 and $10, you get 100 of these. What you just do is you cut out a circle, doesn't even have to be a good circle, and then you just glue it onto this, and then you just slide it around. These are 1-inch discs. I just threw that one under the floor. Move it over to the side so I can pick it up. The things I have for battle mapping are 1-inch squares, and so bingo. That's an idea as well. So thumbs up on that. But again, here's the calendar I want to do because it was explicitly designed, like a lot of the things out there, like 5 Leagues from the Borderlands. Then there's even the Treasures Abound game for like 2012 was designed for, near, far, very far things so that you can do combat that way, so that you can easily have your figures moving about and doing things. So yeah, thumbs up, that will help. Yay. So I hope that you're doing well, and that would be a very good thing. Nice transition there, isn't it? Because I want to talk about, as soon as I get the disbursements all out of the GoFundMe, I'm going to close the GoFundMe. I am close enough to the $1,500, and I am not trying to grift, so I can get a good computer for that. So that is definitely a thumbs up. Thank you so much, each and every one of you out there that has contributed. That is a very good thing. I am very appreciative of your generosity. Thumbs up and thank you. For everybody that is a Patreon patron, you are beautiful and awesome people. When you look in the mirror, yes, you are looking at someone who is beautiful and awesome physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. There are a few that walk the earth as you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. If you've left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you. That too is appreciated. I read every one that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up or heart each one that YouTube allows, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. As I took some comments out and went and told the comment section to ignore the people that left the comments so they can't comment anymore, if you are abusive, if you make fun of me or anybody else that's leaving comments, your comments are gone. I'm only going to read as far as I hit the abuse, and then I go right over to ignore this commenter. I don't read anymore. I don't care. There are a couple of people that were extremely rude and abusive about choices made during elections and people that make choices. One of the big things that's been big in this country since the 1950s and onward is, oh, if you don't like this country, get out. There's the Canadian border or this place or the other. It's like, well, no, it's my country too. Even if I don't like some of the decisions being made, it's still my country. You went through a lot of effort through elections and stuff. You didn't leave. You should have kicked off too. You didn't. So I ain't gonna. Yay. But yeah, those comments gone. Anyway, though, I am going to edit, render, upload, and then I'm going to continue trying to take care of myself. It is a Friday, and so I am going to continue trying to take care of myself and then not worry about anything that needs to get done on Monday. I do need to make it up to Walmart so that I can renew at least one of my prescriptions. Oh, the VA irritated me so much. Veterans Administration irritated me so much yesterday. I'll have to talk about it another day. But I still have stuff I got to get done. Hopefully I can get it done. If you need to get stuff done and you can't, please do not beat yourself up. Beating yourself up does not help you get it done better next time. You are just hurting yourself, likely out of habit. You deserve better. Please do not do so. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. Oof. Oof da. Definitely oof da. Yeah.